Arkansas's #1 trusted source for weather. This is a severe weather alert.
Alrighty, good afternoon, Arkansas. Give me just 1 second here, get things set up. We have a tornado warning in western Arkansas at this current time, so we're going to go ahead and talk to you guys about it. Let me double check a couple of things here and make sure that we're actually live on Facebook and on YouTube. So it looks like we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now. One of my team members can do me a favor and let me know if I'm live on Facebook as well. I should be live on Facebook here. So we're live, we're good to go. All right, awesome. So what we're gonna do here, let's go back over to the Little Rock's radar. We're ready to go. I'm gonna switch over to Fort Smith because Fort Smith is a little closer to this tornado warning here. So if you're just now tuning in, we do have a tornado warning that's going to go for southwestern Logan County and north central Scott County here. And that's going to go until 1:45 this afternoon. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Cardiff, or 8 miles south of Boonville, moving northeast at about 25 miles per hour. And I talked about this yesterday, me and Derek both, that, we were going to have these, what we call these prefrontals, these prefrontal supercells that are going to be capable of producing tornadoes here. And this is what we've got over here in western Arkansas. So if you know anyone that lives in Branch, the Paris area, Boonville, tell them to get to their safe spots immediately. Get to the lowest part of your home, put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and get to that lowest level of your home immediately here. So just double checking a couple of things here. I think we're good to go. We're live on Facebook. Thank you, John. We're live on YouTube. You guys can hear me loud and clear. We're rocking and we're rolling here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the rotation indicator real quickly here, and it's going to be just to the south of Boonville at this current time. South of Boonville, south and southwest of Magazine, and southwest of Blue Mountain. If you know anyone in Boonville, you know anyone in the Magazine area, you know anyone along Interstate 40, by the way, let's go ahead and pull up the roads coming up here in just a second here. If you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. We got a lot of people that are at work right now. We got the kiddos in school, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I know there's a lot of stressed out parents right now that are in Boonville. I want to make this crystal clear. Do not attempt to try to go get your kid from school, okay? The school districts, they have their own policy in place in case there is a tornado warning here, okay? So I want to make this clear. Your safety comes first. The kids are fine, I promise. The school districts have a policy in place. When there's a tornado warning in effect, let them take care of that. Your safety comes first. Do not try to go and get your kid right now out of school because you're going to put them right back in the elements. Your safety comes first. What do you need to do? You need to find a sturdy shelter, get to that lowest center part of your home, and put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible here, okay? So Boonville, Blue Mountain, Paris, and the Ratcliffe area as well. Let's zoom this out to kind of put a perspective on what's going on because a lot of people will be tuning in. Fort Smith, this is not affecting you. This is to your east and to your southeast. Greenwood, not affecting you. Little Rock, this is well to your west. However, if you know anybody that is traveling from Alma to Clarksville along Interstate 40, they need to watch this storm very closely because the storm is moving to the northeast here. So Magazine, Boonville, over towards Paris, take your tornado precautions immediately here, okay? So let me double check and let's get a track going real quickly here. And thank y'all for letting me know in the comments that I was live here. I was just trying to make sure we were still good. So let's zoom this down. There's the area of rotation as clear as day. And when we talk about tornado, the weather rotation is, this is the green and the red here. So think of, I'll put it in this way. The radar is over here in Fort Smith, okay? When you have the green, basically your winds are coming towards the radar, okay? They're going towards Fort Smith. And then when you have the red, they're going away from the Fort Smith radar. That causes rotation. That's where you're getting that tornado potential here, okay? So any area south of Boonville in the Magazine area, you need to take your tornado precautions immediately. That's getting to that center, lowest part of your home, putting as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, getting to that lowest level of your home immediately at this current time here, okay? So let's zoom this down a little bit more so we can kind of get a perspective here. I'm going to turn some local streets on real quickly here. So right now, the area of rotation is centered right there on Hillcrest Drive. This is south, I guess you could technically say south-southeast of Boonville right now. This is south of Highway 217 over here. Keep an eye on this, okay? Make sure if you know anyone in the following areas here. This is Hillcrest Drive. This is Jack Creek Road. This is also going to be Mitson Road. That is Mitson Road as well. Springer Cutoff Road. That's Highway 217. Then there's Magazine. There's Highway 10 that connects Boonville to Magazine. And then there's also going to be Highway 109 over here as well. You know any one of these areas that I just mentioned, tell them what's going on. Tell them that, hey, there's a tornado warning in effect right now. Get them to safety immediately here, okay? But I want to repeat this because we got a lot of people that are coming in right now. Do not attempt to get your kids out of school, okay? I understand. Yeah, I know I get it. As as a parent, that's the number one thing that you want to do is try to make sure your kids are safe. The school districts have those policies in place here, guys. Your safety comes first. The kiddos will be okay. The school districts will take care of it. But you yourself, you need to get to shelter if you are in this path at this time here, okay? So what we're going to do here, give me just 1 second. I'm going to try to turn on the rotation tool. And this is where the area of rotation is right now here. Now it's just to the south of Boonville, southwest. You could technically call Magazine, and definitely southwest of Blue Mountain. And we're going to put a track on this. Give me just 1 minute. There's the area of rotation. I'm going to track it out. Let me zoom this out. And I'm going to take it just to be on the safe side, 30 miles per hour here, okay? So, Magazine is going to be coming over you within the next, it's 1:18 right now, 15 minutes, okay? Paris, right around that 2 o'clock area. If you know anybody that's traveling on Interstate 40 and they're going to be between, let's zoom this out, that's going to be Paris, there's Ratcliffe, just to the west of the Russellville area here, Stratton, and eventually Clarksville, if this supercell holds together. If you know anyone that's traveling right now here in those areas around 2 o'clock, make sure they know what they're getting themselves into. This is a tornadic supercell. We told you guys last night and yesterday that these storms were going to have to be watched. This is what you're going to have to keep an eye on here. It does appear that they have, let me double check something real quickly here. Did they just drop that tornado warning for those areas here? Let me double check and make sure. Okay, so John said the tornado warning has been canceled. What I'm going to do here, because there's still some evidence of rotation on radar, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to kind of watch this very closely here as the storm is moving to the north and east here. So Paris, Scranton, Clarksville, keep an eye on this storm. I told you guys yesterday that we were going to have to watch what we call these prefrontals. Anytime they start getting together, that's where you will have that tornado potential here. So anyone in this area, the Paris area, the Scranton area, keep an eye on things. I know they just dropped a tornado warning, but keep an eye on things. So this is south of the interstate. This is going to be Highway 22 that connects Charleston to Paris over to just west of Russellville. The area of rotation is still there right now. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off the rotation tool and we're going to zoom down. I'm going to kind of tilt this so you guys get a perspective of what's going on. Okay, so area rotation is still there. It's weak, but it's something that we're going to keep an eye on here. So my folks in Boonville, Paris, up towards Scranton and Coal Hill along 64 and also along Highway 22, just keep an eye on this storm. Just keep an eye on the storm because it's in an environment that it could easily be strengthened and it can easily go tornado warned once again here. So we're going to keep an eye on this storm as it pushes off towards north and east here. Also, a little bit further south, down here just to the east of Mena, going to keep an eye on this storm as well. Right now it's on Highway 8 and just south of Highway 88 down here. Going to keep an eye on this. This is what we're going to have to watch throughout the afternoon and into tonight is what we call these prefrontal supercells. These supercells that develop ahead of the cold front. Those are the cells that you're going to have to keep an eye on here, okay? That's the ones that have best potential producing tornadoes. You guys know full well over here in western Arkansas, you're in that significant tornado risk for today here. So we're going to have to watch every single one of these cells that may get going here. So let's zoom this out, kind of give you guys a perspective of what's going on here. Let's go back to the normal way we look at radar. So right now, a couple of cells that are trying to get going across western Arkansas. They did allow that tornado warning to expire. Keep an eye on things. If you're in the following cities, just keep an eye on it. Even though the warning has expired, I'd rather for you guys to be on guard if this storm starts to strengthen once again. Look out to the west. Over here in Oklahoma, you've had several tornado warnings, several severe thunderstorm warnings. That activity will move into Arkansas as we move later into this afternoon and into the night. There is the possibility that this could drag into the overnight hours as well. We're going to be here. We're going to keep you guys updated right now. So right now, as it stands, no tornado watches, no tornado warnings, no severe thunderstorm warnings in place. We are getting things set up in the background for a YouTube continuous coverage. If another tornado warning does get issued, we will be here. We are going to keep an eye on that cell that is over here towards Magazine area, the Paris area, over towards Scranton and Coal Hill. We're going to keep an eye on it. Right now, National Weather Service has dropped the tornado warning. So we are going to break away from coverage. However, radar updates are going to continue on the page. And also, we're going to have that continuous coverage come up. Give me about another 30-ish minutes. And we'll have that up for you guys on YouTube. And then obviously, you know, if any tornado warnings get issued, any live coverage gets issued, we will be here, guys. Okay, so I'm just double checking a couple things. Looks like, John, the tornado warning has been dropped. We're good. All right, so we're going to hop off coverage. As I said before, we're going to have a continuous live stream come up here in a little bit. And we'll continue to keep you guys updated right on your source for all things Arkansas weather.